The House That Dreamed. The locals said the house on Wraith Hollow Lane didn't stay quiet at night. They said it dreamed. Not the creaking, wind in the rafters kind of noise. No, real dreams. If you stood outside its gate past midnight, you could hear it breathing, murmuring in voices that didn't belong to the living. But some people don't believe warnings. Lydia Cole didn't. She was a paranormal researcher, young, ambitious, desperate for discovery. Her podcast, Beyond the Veil, had 1,000 listeners and 1,000 skeptics. She thought the Hollow House would make her famous. She was right, but not in the way she expected. It began simply enough. Cameras, recorders, sensors, a team of two, Lydia and her sound engineer, Marco. The air inside the house felt heavy, like the walls were holding their breath. Cobwebs drooped from the chandelier, and an old piano sat in the corner with one key pressed down. Always pressed down, like a finger that never lifted. Marco joked. Bet you a week's pay that key's stuck. Lydia smiled. Bet you it's not. They didn't touch it. Not yet. At 12:17 a.m., the first sound came. A whisper, faint but unmistakable. It drifted through the hall, not from a person but from everywhere. Marco turned up the recorder. Did you hear that? Lydia nodded, but her eyes were distant. It said my name. He replayed the audio. Nothing. Only static. She didn't tell him she could still hear it. Not in the air, but inside her mind. By 1 a.m., the house began to shift. The walls seemed to breathe, expanding and contracting, like the entire structure had lungs. Cold air poured through cracks that hadn't been there before. And the piano key, the one that was stuck, began to rise and fall, slowly, like something unseen was pressing it down from the other side. Marco tried to run diagnostics, but every camera feed turned black except one. The one pointed at Lydia. In the footage, behind her, the wallpaper began to ripple. A shadow, tall and thin, moved beneath it, like a person pacing inside the wall. Lydia didn't see it, but she felt it watching her. At 2:06 a.m., Marco vanished. One moment he was by the piano. The next, the camera caught him turning toward the wall. Then gone, as if the space had simply swallowed him. Lydia screamed his name, pounding on the walls until her hands bled. When she stopped, the piano played 3 soft notes, and then, in Marco's voice,